one.
Now we're serving up recipes from Ireland's #1 county today.
Yes, Brian McDermott, author of Donegal Table, is with us. Hello, chef. Welcome back.
Thank you very much.
I think you set a record there for that first dish. It was devoured within about 4 minutes of cooking. Gone.
You glanced at it, was gone.
I've never
amazing.
seen anything like it.
Yeah, I told you.
That's
I
just
did warn you.
completely gone.
I did warn you. What are we having next?
We're moving to pork. Personally, I love pork because it gets a bad name. People think it's dry, and particularly pork chop, it's good value. But we used to overcook it. I think that was the cause of it because years ago it had this worm associated with it. Now they've cleaned all that up, the breeding of it. Like you can get pork medium to rare at the moment.
Yeah.
So,
Really?
yeah, absolutely. Because if you can look after the source of it. So pork chop is good value. It doesn't take any longer than about 4 minutes to cook.
Cook it like a steak.
Yeah, and it's a
What's the
dry
trick?
pan.
Is there a little trick to know just to get it?
I think with pan frying and anything, Tommy, there's a trick which is to heat up your pan and then add the oil. Never heat the pan and oil together. And then place in the steak or the pork chop and walk away from it, particularly
Leave it
us
alone.
men. Because what do? We start
You filter and fluster.
shaking.
We're barbecuing all the time.
Yeah.
Look at that straight
So
away.
we're looking for a light golden colour, which we've achieved there. I mean, that's just been on for a couple of moments. And then I'm going to season it with a bit of black pepper. Pork, again, naturally has a bit of salt in there. Okay, so you're relying on that. It takes on a good, decent bit of black pepper.
Yeah, you're fairly heavy with that pepper, Brian. That's
heavy-handed.
nice. No, it's
You
lovely.
didn't add any salt though, because it naturally natural saltiness.
yeah, and again, just on that in terms of a topic, I mean, we don't need the ridiculous amounts. I mean, I've seen it where, you know, and I've been guilty of it in the past myself. You reach for it and you sprinkle it and it goes everywhere. It doesn't actually get into the food, you know. So salt's and salt's one of our taste buds, which brings us nicely on to, I suppose, why does apple work with pork? Very simply because it's one of our taste buds that are sweet, sour and bitter, which you get from apple. Lemon with fish, it's bitter. Fish is naturally salty. So cooking in general is all about just mixing up those taste
Trying
buds.
to hit all those different.
Yeah.
Is this recipe in the book, Brian?
It is, yeah. This is one of the very simple. Notice it's in one pan as well.
Yeah.
So all I need to do now is rest it. And did you notice I took the tray out of the oven?
Yes.
So that it's hot.
Yeah.
So you never put, I'm sure your mum told you that, never put basically
Hot food in a cold
on a
place.
cold pan. There's no need to do that. Now,
Gotcha.
I've sliced a fresh apple. This looks like it's caramelizing up. That's intentional because I'm going to create like a sticky toffee sauce with a sprinkle of brown sugar.
This is a really interesting
to
twist,
us.
And simply,
apple.
I don't like cold apple with pork. I prefer it to be a
Yeah.
warm. And why not go for a fresh? Why go for something that's processed and in a jar and lying in your fridge?
Any particular type of apple?
This is a sweet pink lady, this one in
Beautiful.
particular.
Yeah.
But you can go for a more bitter one if you wish. And a bit of butter into that, okay? So just a knob of it.
That's what I love about you chefs, though. You're thinking like apple with pork. How about toffee apple with pork?
And how about making it nice and
Creativity,
sticky?
isn't it?
So this is going to caramelize quite quickly here, okay? Basically, you can eat the apple as it is, so all we're doing is taking in the sweetness of the sugar, and in the same pan then, I'm going to add some spinach underneath it. We're going to have a sticky caramel sauce. Bring it together. It's 6 ingredients. It's one pan.
Yeah.
This is something that anyone can
10
do.
minutes.
Yeah, absolutely. Max 10 minutes. So look at that now. That's what I'm after. Okay, that's going to lift, and while it looks unpleasant at the moment, it's going to lift everything off the bottom of the pan.
You're deglazing the pan with that, aren't
Well
you?
done, yeah. And we're getting this real sticky caramel smell. Look at
Brian.
that. And that is absolutely ideal for what we're trying to do. And I'm going to add a bit of water to that. Okay, just to loosen it back out. There we go. Now, if you really, really wanted, you could put in a little splash of cider in there, or apple juice.
Yeah.
You know, and that's going to cut through. And again, the reason for that is it'll cut through the fattiness of pork in general. That's why we use the likes of apple, cider, or a bit of wine when we're cooking.
They look great, don't they? They look.
Those apples,
like a glaze on them.
that's a sticky toffee apple.
Yeah, but you know, you hear that phrase all the time, Brian. You eat with your eyes, and but looking at that.
Yeah. Now, spinach, you notice you buy
into
this.
the same pan. This
Yeah.
is
And when we buy spinach, we buy this massive big bag of spinach, and we think, oh my God, we'll never use it, but it just goes boom, down into 1/10 of the size. So I'm happy enough with that as pork, just to let it rest. I mean, if you're doing this at home, let it rest for a few moments. Why? Because pork is like any meat, and if we burn ourselves, we tighten up.
Yeah.
So you need to relax it back down. In other words, that burn will get better, and that just gives you a nice...
Do you rest in a warm oven?
Yeah, that's all we're doing here, to give us the pan. And that is the spinach ready. So what's the flavour of spinach? It basically is a nice peppery flavour. And again, you can see him playing on that in terms of the flavour, is the pepper on the pork and so on.
Yeah, it's a lovely balance there.
I mean, that can be eaten raw, spinach. So we're wilting it, is the technical term, which
you're not
basically... Well, it means in
down
Donegal we chuck it into a pan.
Yeah.
So a nice bit of greenery, spinach, and then just take your beautiful pork chop, which is golden, okay, and then a nice bit of sticky toffee apple to the
seriously,
top of
lads,
it. And I mean, look at what's
What
left.
we'd serve with that?
Well, look at the liquid gold in the
Well,
pan.
funny, because you've got frying going on, I would take a nice clean boiled potato or a little bit
Yeah,
of,
lovely.
something nice and clean.
Little baby potatoes,
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
So you've got your sauce, you've got your meat, your protein in there.
More
Bit of
importantly, we've
parsley
got a knife and fork each.
onto
Shall
the
we,
top of
darling?
it.
Isn't that beautiful?
How simple is that?
Amazing, doesn't it?
He's getting stuck into the apple straight away, look. Two beautiful recipes, Brian. Beautifully executed. The first one was delicious. This looks amazing.
I think it's about keeping it simple. It's a pan, it's a bit of pork, a bit of toffee apples, spinach, bringing it all together and making life easy at home.
And
more
you managed to
importantly.
shut Tommy Martin up. Look, he
Momentarily.
Done.
Yeah,
I'm done. I told
he's
you.
happy.
Donegal
happy.
table.
Oh,
the best
I'm-
kind of table.
Yeah.
I'm well aware of that fact. Good morning, Donegal.
Great stuff, Brian. Don't
Chef,
forget,
thank you for coming
all
in.
today's
Pleasure.
recipes are up on our website, or check out Brian's new book, Donegal Table.
After the break, how boiling the kettle next week could help raise awareness of Alzheimer's and dementia. Stay with us.
My